Hey guys, Tyler here. Today for this video, I'll be talking about this Blu-ray box set for Saw Scope by Arrow Video.
It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler.
Before I get into more details about this box set, it goes without saying that I'm an absolute fan of the Saw Brother movies. My first ever exposure to the Saw Brother movies actually came directly from Quentin Tarantino because more or less when he was making Kill Bill, he had like a lot of inspiration from these movies, and so what he would do is publish lists of the types of movies that he liked, and lo and behold, the movies that he liked a lot were the Saw Brother movies, and I figured, why not check out these movies? And so I did, and I end up loving like a lot of these movies because honestly, martial arts, besides the giant kaijus, is probably like one of my favorite genres of movies because honestly, unlike the giant monsters and of course the special effects, you get to see the martial artists actually display their moves on film. Sure, sometimes it could be exaggerated at times, but man, it is like really fun just to see how people could just, hurt each other with these sort of various moves. And so when I first heard the news that Arrow Video was going to make this box set, I just couldn't help but to get a copy of this. And so without further hesitation, let's talk about the content inside and just see what it looks like. The front of the box set features the Saw Scope logo, which funny enough looks exactly like the Warner Brother logos, but let's not get into like those sort of legal details. And on the back you have like various martial artists just demonstrating their awesome moves when it comes down to Kung Fu. On the back of the box set, you get a listing of the various movies as well as the special features that are included within this whole entire collector's edition. And when you remove the description and the listing of the movies, you get the Chinese characters that are featured for the Saw Brothers logo, which I don't know what it says, but I'm pretty sure is really relevant to the whole entire box set. There are two booklets within the box set. The first booklet goes into a lot of details of the behind the scenes of the movies and features various photographs of the various cast members and crew members, as well as some interesting insights about the restoration of the transfer. And the second booklet has all the discs inside. You get about 12 movies. Some of the discs have their own separate movie, while other discs have at least 2 movies within the set. And towards the end of the box set booklet, you get 2 CDs that have the soundtracks of the original martial art movies that are featured within the presentation. So, what are the movies that are featured in the box set? Well, we get like a lot of movies. Heroes of the East, Dirty Ho. I'm not even joking, that's like literally the name of the movie. The 5 Deadly Venoms, Cripple Avengers, Chinatown Kid, The Challenge of the Masters, Execution from Shaolin, Mighty Pikmin, 5 Shaolin Master, Shaolin Temple, King Boxer, and finally the Boxer from Shen Ting. Because there are 12 movies within the box set, obviously, I'm not going to talk about all 12 movies because that would take freaking forever for a video. What I am going to talk about are my top 5 movies that I've seen within this collector's edition. And so without further hesitation, here's my list. At number 5 is Executioner from Shaolin. The main reason I just love this whole entire movie has to be the main villain. Now the main villain is later used in Kill Bill Volume 2. However, this guy is just so cool and just so awesome. Mostly because he has like no sort of weak spots whatsoever. However, the only kind of weak spot you get to see for this guy, well, you have to check out the movie for that kind of weak spot because honestly, it's like hilarious the weak spot you get to find for this guy. But yeah, the villain is awesome from this whole entire movie for Executioners from Shaolin. At number 4 is Cripple Avengers, mostly because the whole entire premise is just so unique to look at. For starters, one of the guy is blind, one the other person apparently is like, mentally retarded. The third person in that movie, he cannot freaking walk. The other guy, he freaking, is like deaf to the ear and he's also muted. And so a lot of these guys come together to fight some sort of, tyrants who want to make people crippled if they were to assault them or whatnot. It's so cool. And also the Venom Mob plays all the characters. Like the Venom Mob made like movies from the 1970s, the 1980s. And so if you guys want true representation of disabled people fighting off the bad guy, this movie is really great. At number 3 is King Boxer, also known as the Five Fingers of Death. This movie in particular is very significant in the United States because it was one of the first ever martial art movies that premiered, other than of course Enter the Dragon, which kickstarted the whole entire kung fu craze in the 70s and late 80s. And so the main reason why it's so significant, well, besides the whole entire craze, was the fact that this movie was also very inspirational for Quentin Tarantino. If you've seen Kill Bill, there was this sort of, theme song where the bride was also going to kick someone's butt. Well, the theme song that influence came directly from Iron Slide as well as King Boxer. So every single time the hero has the iron fist to attack somebody, that theme song plays and you get to see him, kick the butts of other people. It's also very influential because it was one of many stories that tell the Chinese and Japanese conflict. And so I highly recommend this movie for the historical value. At number 2 and number 1, and I guess I'm cheating right here, has to be the 5 Deadly Venoms. This was the movie that jumpstarted the series of movies within the Venom Mob. And honestly, it's the best one of the bunch in the whole entire set, if you were to ask me. Well, I guess a guilty pleasure was Mighty Pikmin, but honestly, it's if you like King Kong, you will love Mighty Pikmin. It's on acid. It's like King Kong on acid though. But the main reason why this movie is so special is because there are so many martial artists who are using various types of animal styles to fight against their own personal opponents. And it also kind of was influential for Kung Fu Panda. So anytime an animal style that was presented in that movie, it came directly from the 5 Deadly Venoms. Now, this whole entire movie is more story-centric, but honestly, the fight scenes and the story is really cool, and I highly recommend it of this whole entire box set. Overall, I recommend you guys to get this box set if you really like martial art movies. The whole entire set has the English audio options and Mandarin and Cantonese audio options with subtitles, an abundance of extras, and so you're really getting your money's worth if you were to buy this set. So what do you guys think about these movies? Tell me in the comment section down below, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.
It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. He's your only black friend, so he's your best black friend. Because black friends are rare, as you should be aware. He smiles like Richard Pryor, so just sit and stare. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler. It's everyone's friend, it's Tyler.